Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice with me, Alpha Omega, and Greater German Reich. So I would like to welcome you to the start of the grimdark future of last days of Europe. Yes, we have achieved our biggest goal, and that is defeating the Soviets, which will allow us to very shortly start a new Let's Play of Cold War under the watchful eye of the Third Reich. And let me tell you, it's going to be a depressing playthrough. But what have we achieved here? Well, I went through a couple of options with the peace treaty, and this is probably the best one that best reflects the future that will be presented in the upcoming playthrough. So what have we done here? Well, we have made Soviet Union, the Reichsprotektorat Moscovian, in again, the last days of Europe, that is only about this much of a territory, but I couldn't really separate any more states from this, so we have it all as one little protectorate. We've also separated Ukraine as a Reichsprotectorate. We freed the Baltic countries, so now we have the Reichsprotektorat Estland, Reichsprotektorat Letland, and Reichsprotektorat Litauen. I wanted to give the territory to Finland, but unfortunately it doesn't work. I tried passing the territory to them, I tried taking it for myself and then passing it to them, but it doesn't work. They just can't get it. It's really weird. I don't know, I think there might be some kind of bug. I think it might also have something to do with the fact that only Karyala has a claim, but don't worry, in Last Days of Europe they own this entire area, so we can think about it as a, territory in transit for now. We have also managed to beat part of the Vichy France, or I think it was called like a free France. They're now fascist, so yeah, here you can see basically who is now part of our empire. It doesn't really work. No, it does. Okay, it's showing now. It didn't before, so I guess when I now loaded the game, it fixed itself. So you can see who is exactly allied with us. It's pretty much everyone at this point. We have done our due diligence. So what is left for us here in this playthrough? Well, I got a couple more comments about the United States. Guys, well, I understand that it might be something that you would like to see in theory. It would be so boring. Like, the only thing that we would have to do here with the United States... Oh my god! Japan made a naval landing in the United States. Okay. Well, I take it back. I think maybe it's gonna be fun. But yeah, what I was about to say was that we would just have to, prepare an invasion that's a couple of months, maybe years worth of work, then fight the United States Navy, and then just land there. But I see that Japan has actually done that already, and they are steamrolling the United States, so cool. Well, have at them. Maybe we're gonna see the fall of the United States after all. Okay, but I thought, why do that? I'm actually basing this mostly on the fact that there was never really any desire in the German Reich to attack the United States. It was the other way around. Japan dragged the United States into the war, and that led to Germany declaring war. But pre-World War II, Germany actually had insanely good relations with the United States. There was a lot of trade, a lot of visits. I think that Hitler also visited the United States, and there was a tight pack, so Germany never really had any plans to go overseas. They didn't even have a plan to actually go ahead with the Sea Lion. Hitler was, till the very last moment, adamant on finding a coexisting peace treaty with Great Britain. He didn't want to fight them. While Hitler, had no big love for United Kingdom, he actually signed a treaty with them pre-World War II about the naval cooperation and so on. So, just basing it on real history, there was never really that much of a push to attack Great Britain, and it was the other way around. Same with the United States. So, but we're gonna keep an eye on this naval invasion. I had absolutely no idea this was happening. We just noticed it. So they probably stormed San Francisco and are advancing, which is amazing. Well, for for what is it worth for us? What are we gonna do now? Well, I have a couple of things. I actually went off cam and reorganized our armies completely. We now have a Heres Group R, which is a reserve armada, basically, where all of these units, the 1st Infantry Army under the command of Johannes Blaskowitz, the 9th Infantry Army under the command of Georg Windemann, and the 17th Infantry Army under the command of General Nikolaus von Falkenhorst are gonna move back to Germany, and they are going to patrol it. Same with 3rd and 13th Panzer Army. So those are going to be moved back to Germany. And I created a new army group called Heeresgruppe Südost, which is consisting of Heeresgruppe I, which is the Heeresgruppe Iran. This is consisting of the 7th Infantry Army under the command of Felix Martin Julius Steiner, 10th Infantry Army under the command of Karl Maria Demelhuber, and 16th Infantry Army under the command of Hermann Bernhard Ramke, and 14th Infantry Army under General Hermann Fegelein. So what these guys are going to do is basically, we need to man the border between Iran and the territory of Iraq and United Kingdom in the Middle East. And we also need to create a new line here, because by winning the war here, we have actually managed to create a border with British Raj. So an invasion from British Raj is now going to happen. Now, thankfully, there is a war raging between the Japanese forces and Raj on the Eastern Front. So they will probably take some time before they manage this invasion, but we will need at least one whole infantry army based here to protect this area, because we want to secure that. We also have an army group 2, which is probably best renamed as Heeresgruppe Gebirge, which consists of the 4th and 16th Gebirgs Army. This is going to be our main attack force for now. And we also have Heeresgruppe M, which is going to be located in Tabriz, where they are going to resupply and try to push towards our enemies. We also have the Panzer Heeresgruppe here, which is going to be located in Damascus and Aleppo. And from there, they are always going to move towards the enemy forces, push them back, then go back to resupply, and so on and so forth. So I'm hoping that using this tactic, we will be able to eventually defeat them. We also have a Heeresgruppe O, which is consisting of the mechanized army, which is the 15th mechanized army of the 12th motorized, 5th motorized, and 6th motorized army. But these are going to be located in places like Crimea, Moscow, and the southern border of Reichsprotectorate Moscovian, because we might expect some invasion coming from British Raj. Even this way, they might still invade through Afghanistan, who is now also our ally. So we'll have a big movement of forces and a new fronts opening. Again, what I want to see here is basically just push them away from this territory, liberate Iraq and puppet Turkey, and I'll consider this playthrough done. But for that, again, we still need to win this. So we'll see how fast we're going to do that. But for now, I'll just consider this as a mop-up operation. Anyway, last but not least, two more things. We now have 585 military factories available, which is just completely insane. Just shows you how overpowered we are right now. So we need to put these into action. So what I'm going to do here is we actually need to start producing the mechanized anti-air, because we have researched that one. So I'm going to throw it up here to the other mechanized, and let's put 20 factories at it, which is going to make us get 14 per day, which is kind of fine. I checked that we need about 1225, so it's going to be a couple of days and we'll be able to get it. We also need to put some more on heavy transport trucks. You can see that we're missing a ton, and we need to put a bunch on trains, because those are things that we need to keep our empire now greatly increased or running. So where do we have you? Okay, here are the trains. So let's put further factories on that. We're gonna produce a bunch of. Actually, that's a bit of an overkill. Let's put 20 on it. So we'll be producing about 4 per day. Now let's just strengthen some of these productions. We don't need to put you that high. Let's get more white cars. We're gonna put additional 20 factories on the heavy artillery because that's where we're lacking. I'm gonna put 10 on white and medium artillery because we have a lot to upgrade there. Actually, let's put 20 and 20 because there is really a lot to be desired here. We need more white anti-tanks, so let's get more in here. Actually, can we research another anti-tank? I think we still have one technology here. Is that a white one? I think that should be... No, it's probably a medium one. Okay, never mind. So let's just keep that. I'm gonna put a couple more on recon. Actually, I'm gonna put way more on recon, and I'm gonna explain why in just a second. Infantry guns, let's push that a bit. We need way more mortars to upgrade the ones that we have. We need a bit more on Panzerschreck, and we need way more on machine guns. Same with assault weapons, same with infantry weapons. Same with field uniforms. Okay, and we can get more tanks. So let's get... We do have a lot of extra availability. So let's start producing more Panthers. Let's start producing more of you. No, actually, let's keep you where you are, but let's produce more white tanks. I think we should produce more rocket artillery. Again, I'm going to tell you why in just a second. We need more armored cars, so let's put more factories on those as well. Okay, now I'm running out of ideas, so we still have a ton of... Actually, why don't we start production of some Faustweiss? We can use those to shoot at our enemies. So let's put 10 factories on that. And I was thinking that we might actually want to start getting some strategic bombers, or... Oh no, let's produce more jet aircraft. So 2 more factories here. Let's put more on you. More on you, and we have 5 less factories. So 2 more on mortars. Oh, we need way more on amphibious. Okay, got it. Now this will create a huge issue in resources, so we're gonna have to deal with it in a second. I'm gonna unpause it and let it run. But with the fact that we actually got the control of the Vichy France here, we have yet another front open on the south. Well, this would be Central Africa pretty much. So I decided that we're gonna create a new unit, which is going to be based on one thing only, and that's the supply use. So we need to create a new unit. Well, actually, let's use the infantry unit we have here as a basis. So you would have a bonus to attack in desert. So we'll take infantry and just turn you into light infantry to see what the result is going to be. Let's put light infantry there. You should have a bit of a boost. No, you're actually having a penalty in the desert, but mountain, forest, hills. Yeah, the supply use is dropping really quickly, which is important for us. Yeah, not by much. We'll keep the reconnaissance by car. I like that. We will switch the logistics detachment to mechanized. We need to get the logistics as well as possible. You do not need the maintenance detachment, so let's remove that. You do not need the anti-tank. You will need combat engineers. Motorized. Okay, you would get attack. They don't give any bonus in the desert. Well, you give +3, and this guy gives +5. So let's give you combat engineers here. I'm gonna also give you the mechanized combat engineers. I think we are going to remove the anti-air because I don't think you will need it there. We should be able to provide enough. I'll actually give you... Okay, that doesn't make any change in supplies, so let's keep that. Hospital, that is fine. And I'm gonna give you the mountain support infantry, and you are going to also get the desert. We'll need to research that. We're gonna remove the artillery here completely, so I don't think we need that. And instead we are going to give you the rocket artillery. I think that one uses the least supply, or let's check. Supplies plus 0.22. Yeah, these require less supply. So supply use is down to 2.19, which is really good. While we're... Okay, yeah, we're managing to keep things... Breakthrough is higher, defense is lower, but hard attack, soft attack, that's actually fine. And I was thinking we might give you one advanced medium tank. So this means soft attack will actually increase, hard attack will actually increase, breakthrough will increase, defense is going to go slightly lower, but supply use is going to be reduced significantly. Speed is going to be increased a bit, but that doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, we'll just need to give you the desert fighting equipment. Actually, I could give you the signals, couldn't I? Okay, let's do that. And I actually need to duplicate this, and we're gonna call this Light Infantry Division. And we are going to change your symbol, and I would like to start training you. How many men do you need? 16,000. So let's train 8 divisions. I think we can do that. I'm gonna train you in here, in Wester Ems. And we're gonna deploy you as fast as possible and transport you to the Vichy France because we'll need you to fight in this area. So this will create a big deficit in what? Okay, armored cars, rocket artillery should be... Actually, let me check one more thing. Did we keep... If we remove the heavy artillery, what would that do? That would really significantly lower the soft attack, but not breakthrough, and it would make the supply use go down by 0.32. So that is like 10%, but we use way more soft attack. I don't think that's a good idea. Could we switch it? What if we switch it, for example, for a heavy anti-tank? Supplies would go down. No. What if we gave you heavy anti-air battery? No, that's not worth it. Okay, let's keep it as it is. Let's keep it as it is, and we'll see. Okay, so a lot of talk has been done in this episode, and not much playing, so I think that at this point we can actually unpause and see what's gonna happen. So here you have the information. New Afghan Khanet was puppet in Mongol Empire. Mongol Empire? Oh wow, what a flag. Deng Linge is the leader. Okay, so now let's see what our units are going to do. So we should see them all moving. Encirclement Doctrine has been cancelled. So do we have anything else that we want here at this point? I don't think so. Panzerlehr. Supported Italian coin. Develop Hungarian. Sure, let's develop Hungarian aviation industry. Okay, now let's deal with our issues. Okay, so we need more chromium. Reichsprotectorate Moscovian can give us 240 actually, which will allow us to completely cancel EU. And we're gonna keep the Spanish state, maybe? We're missing 700 steel. So let's get 600 from Moscovian, and we can get 120 from Spain. Tungsten. Okay, again we can get 180. Actually, we can get 80 from Moscovian. And a bit more from you, and probably like this from Swedish state. Rubber. Okay, rubber is going to be an issue here. So if I went with 120, that is going to be a bit of an issue. But I can get a bit from you and a bit from Burma. So we'll see how much we'll need, and we can get about 100 from Moscow in here. So let's see the numbers. Okay, so this is fine. This it's actually kind of fine as well. And chromium, that is actually fine as well. Okay, so our insane product. Oh, what the hell? Our tank production is gone completely. Okay, so this just tells me I need way more of these. So let's repair this and take another one in Thüringen and Wasser Ems. Okay, let's start working on these, because we will need to boost okay, so sure, I think it might be better to do it this way. Get a bit more of these and get about 2 in each state instead of going overboard. Okay, so this is better. That actually kills a bit our Tehran rail situation, and I don't like that. I have to revisit the plan. This is not working fine. Okay, let's keep these as a priority. Insufficient resources, yeah. Tank capacity 204. Fall of Hong Kong. Now, Japan is a beast. So what are you doing here? Are you expanding? You seem to be. And we just finished, that's the medium anti-thing, right? Yeah. So get me have an anti-air upgrades. I don't think you guys can do anything, can you? Nope, we are researching everything that we can. But you can get me the desert equipment kit. Because that one we will need for our units. And you... There isn't anything left. Well, get me the external fuel tanks, just so that I can be petty and say that we did it. Okay, sank a transport. Do we have more? Sank one of our transports. Do we have more? Sank a Brazilian one. Yeah, we're raging in this area. We don't have more subs. But we got you here. So as you're based in this area, you're repairing. Yeah, let's cancel this. Review and repair priority high, and you are going to patrol in this area. Let's have you as a patrol, because it's going to be better. Okay, we got one more factory. Let's put it on artillery spotter points. Let's see if we can get into some conflicts here. This ought to completely destabilize their situation here. Okay, Marines. You managed to get in here. But I think that pretty much means that you're done, doesn't it? Let's just see if you can attack and maybe get something done, but I don't think you will. Yeah, you won't. Okay. So let's stop this, that's not working. And we are going to split you. 2 in here and 2 in here. I'm gonna launch an attack on Alpha Luja. So stop. You guys move here using the rail. Okay, this is looking good. Keep pushing. I'm actually sending my units to where they need to get, but it's still gonna take them a bit of time. We need to liberate Iran and get as close to this area as possible. Then the motorized units can actually do something, but it would take some time. Look at all these units moving. Actually, I'm interested in checking how... Man, United States have only like 160 divisions. How many could be in United States? Oh, which also reminds me. Haha, yeah. We got you guys here. So why don't we send you guys as spies? I think I could send you here and you here. And we can send... actually, why don't we send you guys to root out resistance? Because, quite honestly, if we can get more compliance, it's never going to be a bad idea. Without resistance, and you can go do it in here. Cool. Okay, and now the air actually. So let's stop all of you. You actually have no point in doing this. But we can move you to where we now need you, which is somewhere else. So you guys will stop here, and we need to check how many enemies do we have here? A lot. But we can also move a lot of aircraft here, so 400 of you are gonna fly in this area and do... do we have a problem? Okay, 400 on that sounds like a good plan. I'm gonna fly here, do air superiority. What about here? Okay, we actually do have a complete air superiority, so let's move you here. There's place for 200 extra aircraft here, so let's send them for close air support. And you guys can go into here and fly in on air superiority. Okay, time to give you the taste of your own medicine. So you guys are moving, and so can you. You can actually try to attack here. From there, it's getting really close to getting to the air. I wanted to say the airfields, but to Ahvas and to the hordes. I think our tank divisions are gonna lead the attack on Baghdad. No, maybe we could just... maybe we could just send the Marines. And we got improved Marines too now. So what was that? Was that infantry technology? No, it was you. Extra organization and attack. Let's look at paratroopers. I never used them, but let's just make that happen. So there's gonna be just one unit there. It might really be worth trying this. You guys are retreating from there, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. So you guys, and all other units that are actually part of this. So let's see, that looks like it might work. This could also work. And enemy units are retreating. Now, who is coming here? It's the 16th Division of the 14th Infantry Army. So yes, you guys are going. You guys are where you belong to. You guys are all going. And you guys are all going. Okay. So that is fine. Isn't Baghdad like their main supply hub? It is. Okay then. I'm not gonna tell them what to do. Okay, so how's our carrier group doing here? Are you patrolling? You are. So are these ships. Looks like they might have given up on supplying this area. Well, we'll see. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the episode here. It was fun. We've done quite a lot. And we're missing a bit of steel. So let's just get more from Spanish state. And in the next one, we are going to continue the operation in here. And let's just, as a last thing, check here. Yeah, they don't seem to be expanding their control in this territory, even though they could. Could very much go into this area. Interesting. And how are you guys doing? You will be done on 30th of April. Oh dear lord, that's gonna take a long time. No. What can we do? And yeah, we can see that they are already expanding in this area. Dang it, guys. You have 8 infantry units. Where are they? Where are they?